The unfortunate truth is that most businesses, if you were to step away from the business, your whole entire business would fall apart. You as the key decision maker. Everything depends on you. Maybe you're the constraint in terms of how fast decisions get made. And worst of all, if you're a small business owner, you're probably experiencing high degrees of founder or CEO burnout. Too many tasks, questions, clients coming to you. All of this is draining your time, your energy, and your mental happiness away from you. And the thing is, we create businesses to escape part-time or full-time jobs or any other sort of professional career that we've created for ourselves. And the thing is, it's not to knock on this. It's more so that we escape it to create a business that can potentially unlock a new type of freedom or lifestyle for us, only to be trapped in it once again, feeling like an employee running the whole entire operation, which is highly frustrating and painful. If anything, you've just created another job for yourself. But the thing is, now in the age of AI, and especially agents, the way the business would work is not with more people or things taking time away from you, but it would be in collaboration with foundations set in place to let agents run autonomously your whole entire business. It's a network of agents, automations, and various different systems that can help you remove time and yourself away from the whole entire system that you've created. So you do not have to feel as if you're constrained inside of your own business. Because for some people, a lot of it feels like a jail cell. We're watching in real time CEOs in Silicon Valley in tech trying to step away from their entire business by putting AI agents in place of them. Yesterday, I shared in the intro of my video of how Mark Zuckerberg is trying to have himself entirely replaced by an AI agent. It is crazy. But this is not the first. This is also being seen elsewhere across other industries. Founders, leaders are all looking to see how they can get AI agents in place of their business. But the sad truth is not a lot of people even know or understand what these AI agents can do. So if you already understand what an AI agent is, you already are at the top 1% of the pyramid who's trying to do something about this, because there's this massive wave forming and it's literally about to become so obvious in the next few years that if you're not paying attention, you're literally going to get left behind and you're not going to let what's about to come serve you. Time was the old leverage, capital was next, and now it's automation at scale. And more specifically, because Naval Ravikant has this concept of various different forms of leverage, right? It was software, but it seemed kind of vague with these various different automations and somewhat Zapier and Innate and tools like that partially solve the problem. But now with AI agents that can plug into all your tools, into your software, speak to your people, they can communicate. Even more recently, the agent system OpenClaw itself became an MCP server. So now anything outside of OpenClaw framework can now communicate with your AI agent if you're building the whole entire foundation on top of that. And I suppose that this is going to be a trend with also other agentic frameworks and systems where they are callable and connected to any other systems that you're working with, so there can be a consistent flow of communication. Nothing gets slipped through the cracks. And the thing is, now you don't have to use these partial tools or people or think of virtual assistants to replace or delegate work inside of your business, because all this can be done at a fraction of a cost, way better, way cheaper. It can stop bringing you all this headache of hiring people, hoping to train them over a month's period of time, when all this can be done near instant if you set up the foundation right, get your agents in place, and from there, have as much work as possible delegated and automated with an agentic system, because this is now intelligence running your business and not just another human that you have to train or maybe doing subpar work, where you have to look for talent. Because some of these people in Silicon Valley, from like running some of these massive businesses, they are hiring people for extraordinary amounts of money. The thing is, you don't have to do that, especially if you have a very specific talent or key person you need in your business to run and keep delivering value to the marketplace. If you have a very specific skill or thing that your business needs done at scale, you can just automate all this stuff to an AI agent if you train it right, all at a fraction of a cost. Every single repetitive process now is waiting to be automated. And this even means that if you already do have people at scale doing things, can you put an AI agent in place of it? And the thing is, you don't have to wait to take advantage of this massive wave that is literally forming right now. Is there anything you can automate? Is there anything you can delegate? Is there anything or anyone inside of your organization that you can replace with an AI agent? Because right now, if you're struggling to systemize things, remove yourself, and to really feel like you're actually working on everything you've created for yourself, then you have a system, an architectural problem at its core. And if you're looking for solutions and not doing anything about it, well then you're probably either experiencing burnout right now, or it's on the horizon and it's going to catch up with you very, very fast. And your role is not really to create more tasks or things to do on a day-to-day basis, but more so see how much you can remove from yourself so you can only focus on activities that move the ball forward as much as possible towards your goals. Having simple frameworks in mind. Can I put an agent in place? Can I delegate this to an agent? Can I systemize this? Can I record a whole entire sequence of steps of what I'm currently doing right now to have it fully automated with, say, a basic software system, an AI agent? Because if you're doing things online, especially if your business is mostly online, then the answer is a near 100% yes, that there's probably you can automate a lot of things in your business that you're doing right now. And the thing is, these agents are just like systems that are zombies. They can communicate with you. They can communicate with your data. You can work in collaboration with them to 10x your productivity. And if you create any sub-agents or processes to be fully taken off your plate, then these things can run 24/7 in the cloud, on a machine you're hosting them, or wherever it is that you've installed your foundation. They can be running the whole entire business with as much as possible of your input. And all you have to do is just start small. Start documenting your week on a day-to-day basis. Create a simple log of everything you're doing. Circle the things that you hate on the log. And you have to do this, right? You actually have to track your time and see where all your time is going. Track everything. Circle everything you hate doing. See if every single week you could create one big goal that's kind of working in the background where you can document the full entire process of everything you're doing to complete a job to be marked as done. This is the definition of done when it comes to, say, trying to automate something or delegate it off to someone else. You want to list out the sequence of steps of everything that it takes in order to complete a full job. And then from there, you can either work in collaboration with an AI or an agent system so it can build it out for you and deploy it, or you can potentially work with a service online that can do this all for you. It really depends on whether or not you're trying to do this yourself or just trying to outsource it to someone else. But just start small, and if anything, this will buy back. And if you do start small, you will start buying back your time. You will start decreasing your operating costs moving forward. This is an immediate ROI that you can implement into your business, especially if you are pulling in revenue already, because there's things that are already happening that are clear and more tangible that you can look at and document so you can hand it off to an AI agent versus, say, if you're starting a new startup, which is a complete different challenge. Think simple. Marketing, maybe community management, maybe sourcing different dashboards together and pulling up different data, maybe product development, reviewing, updating, feature requests by customers if you're running a software where then the AI agent can review any of the feature requests, ask for your approval, and then you can just simply have it deployed like that in just a simple yes or no response. Whereas before, and the biggest thing about where we're going now with the whole entire transition is that before tools were just kind of looked at as tools, but now in our age of artificial intelligence, where these artificial intelligences, what they can do is they have persistent memory. They can live somewhere and be hosted on standby somewhere in the cloud. You can communicate with them, and they can also work and talk with tools. So the more information and context they have about your business, their capabilities, how much you empower them, they can literally be team members on your business. There's this guy I just saw literally on X. There's this guy, he has a startup called Medvi, and they are selling GLP-1, which I believe is a weight loss product. But him and his brother, they invested roughly $20,000 in capital, and they in 2025 or somewhere like up until now, they've generated somewhere around 400 million in sales, and they're on track to do nearly $1 billion in sales, I believe, this year, with just a two-man operation, and most of everything that they've created is around AI systems. So it's becoming more and more possible. When I've heard some time ago from Y Combinator that there's this future trend of very soon seeing the first one-person billionaire out there with some sort of startup business or whatever, and it's very possible literally right now. And this is what I mean. You can have a fleet of agents just working out customer service, doing sales, outbound, whatever you can imagine. If there's a SOP that you can clearly log and systemize, you can hand it off to an AI agent. And the thing is, you either build it once and you get it installed into your business, and then from there it's just running. The only maintenance that you ever have to do is, say, if you're trying to do upgrades, if maybe something breaks, things of that nature, but you literally build it once and it's just always there, assuming nothing really changed. But the whole point is to have this agent team grow with the business. These agents are so powerful that they can self-modify their own configuration files, things in your business, create add-ons, even if you just simply ask it or command it to. But if you just install it from the jump and just assume it's going to create your full business, then you're setting yourself up for failure. That's not how it works. You have to arm it, you have to equip it, you have to train it, you have to create the automations first so it can have these capabilities. But without that, and you just think you get this box handed to you, you install it into your business, and you think you just magically are going to have this massive profitable company, well, then you're like I said, you're going to set yourself up for failure. And the next generation of business is not necessarily of founders who work harder, but operators who are invisible behind the scenes when agents, literally in the air, are just doing everything that you are currently doing right now. You want to become replaceable so you can increase how much equity your business is worth, how much value it is delivering on a 24/7 basis without any bottlenecks or constraints. This can make your business more profitable. This can make it sell at insane profits and valuations in the future. And it all starts with a CEO-led company by a human to a system-led company by an AI agent or a team of them. And if you can build a brand that can run 24/7 without you, then you've already won. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in another one.